Let's make sure ISO recording is on for camera A, and then once we start the recording, switch to live demo mode so we get both clean videos of the screen and of the subject. Grab the markers from the text file so that we can create the video chapters on YouTube. For this setup, we're only going to have one monitor. So instead of doing a share screen to show our website, let's do a web embed. While they're doing the announcements portion, hit play on the scene switcher and then set them to about 35 seconds each. That should give them enough time. For the teaching portion of the broadcast, use the camera switcher to cycle through the different views of the talent.
Did you know all of the above was possible with Ecam? Listen, in my humble opinion, Ecam is the top video production tool on the market with multiple functions and features, so many in fact, you can forget about some of them. These are five features that you should be using. The first feature that you should be using is markers. No, I don't mean to color anything in. I'm talking about video markers. You can go right up here to you can go right up here to recording and you can click to add a marker, or you can add a marker with info. And when you add a marker with info, you can actually type in what that marker will show in the text file when it's done. Or you can just go right to your Stream Deck and hit add marker, and you can see on the screen that add marker has been added. The finished product of this, I'm going to go into this demo folder over here, which is something I did earlier before we recorded. The finished product of this looks like this text file. And so we pull up this text file here. Pull that up. I know that's very small to see, but these are all the different points where I hit the marker button. And if you give it info, the marker will actually have that text next to it. But if you don't give it info, it will just have the times. And so as long as you know what you did at that particular moment, you can type that in. Or if you're producing the show as a remote producer, you can actually type that in with info. You can actually go to the top like I did, go to where it says marker with info, and then you can have some more robust information. But the point of using this marker feature is not only to make sure you know where those highlighted moments are in your videos for the purpose of repurposing, say that 5 times fast, but also for you to be able to do chapter markers for your videos if you place them on platforms like YouTube. But having the ability to know when a particular thing happened, even for your video editors to know to clip this piece out, or this marker is just denoting that I'm starting over again. Remember, I said Ecam is a video production tool, not just live streaming, not just recording for YouTube or for whatever else. This thing can literally do so much. In a previous video, I did talk about the importance of virtual camera. This is a long while ago, one of my top favorite features. And I talked about virtual camera being paired with a virtual microphone, and it's like Adam and Eve found one another. So
it's a great partnership.
I put a card to that video right here, but you want to make sure that you check out that one. But these 5 are my latest top features. And number 1 is markers. Number 2 is the web embed. So if you're looking at the screen right now, I'm actually going to go into preview mode. I'm going to add a new scene here. And on this scene, I'm going to simply drag and drop a URL from the browser. So I'm going to open up a new window from the browser, and let's make that a little smaller. Howitallworks.com. And that page will load and it comes up, and I can just simply highlight that link, drag it onto the screen as I'm doing now, let it go, and now that web page is in this scene. And now that that web page is in this scene, you can do all kinds of things with it. Of course, you can actually give it a frame, right? You have a border width here right now. It has none. Let's give it a color. Give it the color of white. We have that on there. Make that border a little bit, and we can round the corners of that as well. We can pull this up make this a little bit bigger. Boom, we have that, and we can add to the scene. Let's add a camera. Boom, let's add a camera. Bang, that's nice. And then we can take that camera again, decide we want to change the shape to maybe well, let's do tall. We do tall. All right, so we got tall now, and we put that on there, and we have that in the middle, and boom, the scene's done. But the idea is, once you have this web embed, you've pulled that browser link over to your scene, and you have that now in your scene, you can actually click on this right here, this little wand, this little hand, and toggle this on. When you toggle that on, this now begins to function as a web page. You can actually scroll down, you can click the links. It is a full web page inside your actual browser window. So now I'm actually clicking on the watch page, and I can go and see some of the things that are on the watch page. I can go back to the home page. You have full capacity to just kind of browse while you're either recording a video or your audience is watching, whatever way, shape, form that takes place. You have full capability. The web embed feature, I've probably made up that title of this feature. I don't know exactly what the actual title is, but that feature is my number 2 feature. Absolutely something that I think everyone should be using. In fact, let me show you another iteration of the web embed feature. This is another scene that I already had pre-built, and this is the web embed feature. You can actually see here that I have this thing toggled on, and I can scroll up and down. And imagine your audience is watching this, you're ready to go. That is super dope. So definitely something to think about as we continue through looking at my top 5 features I should say, that you should be using. Number 1 is, of course, markers. Number 2 is the web embed. Number 3, however, is automatic scene switching. Automatic scene switching. One of the things I do at the church, I'm going to showcase on the desktop here. So we're looking in my scenes window. You see down here, it says Praise Cafe, and you see this new automatic group. So I have this new automatic group, and in this new automatic group, I can click on the wheel, and it gives me some options, right? So it says advance to next scene. You can actually tell it what to do. You can have it do a random scene. And so if you're, feeling kind of froggy, you can actually do the random scene thing. I actually want it to go in order. And then you can actually decide how long you want this to be. For the most times, I've set this to about 35 seconds because it's an announcement setup. But for the purposes of our video today, I'm actually going to just have it go to 3 seconds. Let's do 3 seconds. I'm going to change it from cross dissolve transition to just no transition. So this is going to just cut from scene to scene to scene. I'm going to expand that out. And you can see inside here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scenes. 6 scenes inside my automatic scene switching. And I can simply go right here to the top and say play. And once I say play, we can exit preview mode, and it will now play. Now it's actually going through. It's every 3 seconds now, so it's moving rather fast. So boom, that's another one, and there's another one, and there's another one, and it's gonna keep on cycling through these scenes. And it's almost like having a producer, similar to our next feature, which is automatic camera switching. So that's features number 3 and 4. Features number 3 and 4. So first feature was markers, second feature was web embed, third feature is automatic scene switching, fourth feature is automatic camera switching. And so similar to automatic camera switching, you're going to utilize a automatic scene group. In this one, we're doing scenes, but don't forget that you can actually use this to switch your camera as well. And so this is what it looks like for scenes, and you can see the different scenes are actually switching. I love the fact that the video continues to play even though it is a different scene. It picks up where the other scene left it off. That's pretty dope. But that is automatic scene switching with a scene group. Now let's take a look at what we could do with a camera switcher. So on the desktop here again, you can see I have this camera switcher, and I have 4 scenes in here. And again, I have them set to no transition, and I have it to 3 seconds. I'm gonna make that 5 seconds. I was a little fast before, and we hit enter on that, and I'm going to click play. Boom. Let's get, there's that. So that's one camera's view. And now it's going to give you the BTS camera view. And then it's going to give you the main view, but from a crop, right? So now it's actually pulling in on me. So you can actually set one of your cameras up to have multiple different looks. So you have this one, which is the normal one, and then we go to the BTS shot, and I could actually crop in on this one as well. Then we come back to the main camera, but it's tighter. It's a tighter shot on the main camera. Then we go to the top-down camera, and again, I could also pull in on this one as well. And the way that we do that in this camera scene, we simply go to the camera effects, right? So here you see I'm in the camera effects window, and I just have this zoom and pan turned on, and I have resized it to where I want it for myself. And you can actually see as I move this around that it's moving the scene around as well. So I can actually have that set like that, and it saves it per scene. So feature number 1, markers. Feature number 2, web embed. Feature number 3, automatic scene switching. Feature number 4, automatic camera switching. And feature number 5, live demo mode plus ISO recording. Many of us already are familiar with the ISO recording feature. So I'm actually going to go into the settings. So you on the bottom of the scene here, it says show hide preferences. I'm going to click that, and it gives me this window. And here I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th one, it says recording. Once I click on that, you can see here that I have record all broadcasts, but I also have it set to record camera A. I have it set to record camera A. Also have it set to apply camera effects to recorded video sources. So, you know, that's something to think about. And also down here, you can see that I have record isolated audio tracks. That means I'm getting all the individual audio, but that's a whole nother feature that I'm not touching. All right, so we're on feature number 5 now, which is live demo mode plus ISO recording. Most of us are familiar with the fact that you can do ISO now, and if you didn't, maybe this is a bonus for you, because that's actually not what I'm trying to show. When you record with this turned on, now remember, I'm just recording basically broadcast and camera A, which is the camera you're looking at me on right now. Broadcast plus camera A was what we're showcasing. When you go to that, when you have that set up and you have that set to record, the thing that becomes really cool is once you switch into live demo mode, which is where I am now. I'm going to close this. You're looking at live demo mode on my screen. Once you have live demo mode on and you're recording individual cameras with camera A checked, you get this kind of a folder. Now this folder, you're seeing, this is Ecam. This is the Ecam recording right here. I'm going to zoom in on that. That's the Ecam recording right there. And so this is what that looks like. This recording is live demo mode. Inside live demo mode, it's a bit much, but this recording is live demo mode, and that's what I'm recording. That's what the recording was set to, because I recorded in live demo mode. But the camera A recording is just me. And so a lot of times we're looking for ways to record your screen and yourself at the same time. You simply turn on that recording feature, right? Let's do that one more time. Let me do it slowly. You turn on the recording feature, turn on the isolated video tracks, but just turn on the one camera, which is your camera, and then once you have that set, it may not make sense because you're thinking it's just going to record my camera and then it's going to record my camera again in the Ecam recording. But once you turn on live demo mode becomes what is going to be recorded. And then your camera A, will also be recorded, and you have both. And here's the real clincher. If you're in live demo mode and you move to another scene or screen, it records that screen as well. So it's not just recording Ecam, it will record anything you put on the screen. So you have the ability to record your full screen plus your full recording in live demo mode. That gives you both the screen recording and your recording as separate files that you can edit later. Let me give you a little bonus, right? So that was number 5. Here's the bonus. Did you know that in your recording, right, in this isolated video tracks, if you decide to check one of these other boxes while recording or while live, let's say you have your top-down shot and you want to record a small piece of your recording or a small piece of your live show where you're showcasing a product on your top-down shot, you can simply come in here while recording, while live, and check the box for that portion of the time and uncheck the box when you don't want it. If you want to record your background shot or whatever you've got connected to your system in these other slots, you can check those boxes and uncheck those boxes, and they will only record the portion that you check that box for. So that is a whole other bonus. You can start and stop cameras in your recording or live stream. And what does that look like? You come back over here to my demo folder, you'll see that camera A was the full recording. Camera C is a very short 11-second recording of my BTS shot, and camera B is an even shorter 9-second recording of my top-down shot. And so I get all of those camera recordings from Ecam just from the recording feature. I'm talking about awesome stuff, y'all. I mean, like, this is absolutely amazing. So let's just recap real quick. Feature number 1, markers. Feature number 2, web embed. Feature number 3, automatic scene switching. Feature number 4, automatic camera switching. Feature number 5, live demo mode with ISO recording, and the bonus, you can start and stop additional cameras in your recording. Listen, if you can't tell, I love design. I mean, maybe I missed the calling. I love designing things. And for a long while, I've used Canva with Ecam to create my scenes and brand my shows. But with their latest updates, Ecam is quickly replacing Canva in my workflow. Click right here to see everything they've added in version 4.1, and I'll see you over there.